So I don't know what you think of when you hear the term market research, but generally what I think of is somebody in some big high-rise office building in New York City in some big fancy boardroom, with complicated charts and spreadsheets and things like that. You think of more Wall Street than kind of Main Street. But for small businesses, for entrepreneurs, market research is incredibly important as well. It may not look exactly the same. It may not have the same rigorous level of statistical analysis and things like that, but we can do market research as well. So here are just a few questions that market research can help us answer. There's, I'm sure, dozens more, but these are sort of the basic, essential questions that you're trying to answer with market research. The first question has to do with demand. Is there a demand for your product or service? Is it something that people actually need? Is it something that, is the market so saturated that there's not room for another business in that area? Or the businesses that are already in that area, are they doing well, or are they struggling to find customers? So just, is there that demand? Does that demand exist? Is it a shrinking market or a growing market? Another question that it helps you to answer is, what is the market size? Is there potential $10 million of business within your region or within your particular niche? Or, is it not even worth pursuing? So what is the potential market size? What are you looking at there? It will answer questions about economic indicators. What is the income range of your potential customers? What is their employment rate? What type of jobs are they working? And it'll give you a better understanding and a better ability to target people in that way. It can help answer questions about location. Are there enough customers within your geographic region, particularly if you are the type of business that people are going to be traveling to visit, or if you're going to be traveling to reach your customers? Where are they located, and does that make sense for what you're looking to do? Again, this ties back into demand, but market saturation. How many similar options are there? How many competitors are you going to have? Is there room in the market for a new business? Maybe there's tons of room, tons of demand, but how saturated is the market? And it'll also help you understand pricing. Where does your business and what you're offering, where does that fall within kind of a range of your competitors? Are you more at the high end? Are you a value option? Sort of mid-range, but how should you price your product, and how does that compare with your competitors? So those are just a few of the questions that market research can help you answer. Basically, it helps you better understand your customers, your competitors, your market, and your own company. And what you really want to do is gain insight, not just information. Insight is actionable. Insight helps you make changes. There's tons of information, tons of data out there. More data than we can ever process is available to us at our fingertips every day. But what is really valuable is when we can really gain insight and something that's going to allow us to make some changes or gain a strategic advantage, something that really is a powerful insight. And ultimately, you're hoping that market research is going to allow you to make better business decisions. It's not just there to make you feel good or to be interesting. It's there to impact the decisions that you make on the bottom line. Just a few different types of market research that you can do, and again, there are others as well, but these are the most common types of market research that businesses do. The first one is focus groups, and that is when a moderator, somebody working for the business, sits down with basically a panel of current customers or consumers that are in the target market that you're looking at. And the moderator will ask a lot of questions, will allow people to talk. The group can interact with each other, but it's sort of a group interview, group discussion situation, and you're trying to gain insights and understanding about what people really think. The next type of market research is an interview. Of course, that's similar to a focus group, but it's one-on-one. So there may be some situations where people are willing to open up and willing to tell you what they really think more in a one-on-one situation than they would in a group. You don't have that kind of risk of groupthink, of people just sort of agreeing to fit in. So an interview with either somebody who's been a customer or somebody that is a potential customer can be really powerful as well. Surveys are another type of market research, and this is something that technology has made it a lot easier to do, because you can create surveys online and send them out. It can get very complicated how you design surveys and how you use and understand that data, but it can be very simple as well. If you're just trying to answer a few simple questions, you can put that out in a survey. You can even give people an incentive to answer that survey, but you can gain some great insights that way. Something else that businesses will utilize is social media listening. So there are great tools that can help you do this as well. But if people are talking about your brand, your product or service, or products or services that are similar to yours, you can listen to what they're saying. You can gain great insights just from seeing what they're already talking about and what they're already saying on social media. Another form of market research is secondary research. So everything we've talked about so far has been considered primary research because you're conducting it yourself. Secondary research is something that's already been done, already been published, was conducted by either a market research firm or a competitor, but it's something that's already been put out into the world. You can look at it and read it and dissect it and see how it applies to your particular situation. So just a few more important points about market research. It's extremely important that you know your goal. We talked about some different reasons that you may want to conduct market research, but you're not just researching for the fun of it or for the sake of having a whole bunch of information. You're doing it for a purpose. So know what that purpose is, and understand what question it is that you're answering. Start simple. The simplest solution is often the best solution. You want to look at secondary sources before you look at primary sources. If somebody's already done the research, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. Just go and look at what they've done, and maybe you'll have to expand upon that, or take that a little further down the road, or make it more specific to your situation. But look at secondary research first. Look at qualitative type research before you look at quantitative. And what that means is qualitative is, it's things that can't be measured quite so easily. Quantitative is hard data, hard numbers. Qualitative is feelings and things like that. So look at those types of things before you look at the more specific data-driven type information. Another thing to keep in mind is there are so many tools out there that can help you with market research. There's things like Google Analytics. There are a lot of tools that can make this a lot easier for you, and there are great ways to visualize data, which can really help with insights as well. If you're just looking at raw numbers. A lot of the time it can be hard to make any kind of inferences or really learn anything or gain any insights from that. But if you visualize the data, that becomes much easier. The next thing is just to take action. You know, I think this, like I said in the beginning, it's something that we look at as, well, major corporations, Fortune 500 companies, they do market research. I'm just a small business. But like anything else, you want to take that next step. You want to move forward. Maybe you don't do it perfectly, but you learn something and you get better in the process. So take that next step, do some market research of your own, look at some secondary sources, but do something and take some action. I appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe button below and have a good one. Thanks. Bye.